Hello, welcome back to the channel. We have a new release. This is a brand new deck. The Weeds and Witches Oracle. 50 cards. I'm excited about this one. I've been waiting for this one for quite a while. This is a US Game Systems deck. And it is by Cecilia Lattari, and it was illustrated by Fabiana Belmonte. Let this enchanting oracle deck remind you of your wild nature, rooted in the earth and vast as the sky. Eternal collage-style art rich in symbolism invites you to converse with your imagination as you traverse memories, dreams, and mystical experiences along your path of personal growth and healing. Discover the helpful magic of wise witches who will be your guides, along with their plant companions. Each card in this 50-card deck brings a special message to inspire and empower you. The full-color illustrated 64-page guidebook helps you connect more deeply with the wisdom of the witches in the weeds. Okay, so I started this. Let's get her open here. Okay. Gather up the plastic so the kitties cannot steal it. Okay. I like the effect of the lettering in the front. Sometimes it's a subtle holographic. It's actually pretty cool. And it carries around with a bit of that glassy finish around as well. So very nice details put in here. Okay. Oh, yes, this is a very nice box. Some 360 art there going on. Okay. Let's see here. Let's check out the guidebook first, shall we? Okay. Let's give it a bit of a stretch here. Okay. So, yes, 2026. Weeds and Witches. All right. Let's go. Ooh, okay. Green. Oof. Okay. Oh, you really have to crack the spine to read this one, because some of this gets right into the edge. It happens. It's just kind of one of those things. Okay, so I do like this, that they may not be alphabetical, but they are numbered. So you can quickly find your cards quickly in this book. I do like the palette, the color scheme, the energy of it. The vibes are very nice and comforting, I think. An oracle deck is a map between worlds. Sure is. I agree with that. Got a little bit on how to use it, and then the cards. Okay, so these all have pretty short messages, which makes it actually pretty easy for a beginner to oracle to navigate, because you don't have a whole bunch to memorize. I like that we got the full color of the card, title, and then the meaning per page like this. That makes looking up your cards and doing your readings quickly very handy. Okay. It's actually decent paper too. It's not going to get murdered by using it, which is always good. And we got a little bit about our creator and our illustrator, but I do not see any social media back here. So I guess I will have a bit of research ahead of me to find these lovely people so that I can tag them in things on the gram. Okay. Let's see what our cards look like. Ooh, oh, the inside of the box is the back of the cards. Nice. Sorry, need a sip of water here quick. Needed a dribble. Okay. So they called this collage art. In the description, and I'm already seeing that this is one talented person, because getting this transition down is quite the trick. So let's take a peek at these.
Sorry, I can only do that if...
Oh, okay. These are a gloss card. Not something I always love, but it always depends on how they shuffle in the end, on whether I will be okay with them or not. Some people like a glossy card, some people do not. This one isn't glossy in the shiny, it's glossy in the feeling. It's very, very smooth. We got decent weight cardstock though. They're not super thin. They're not super chunky though either. They're a nice mid-weight, so that's all right. So let's go through. Let's go through these and take a peek, shall we? 'Cause I haven't seen these yet. I've seen a little bit on Instagram, but I actually haven't seen a lot of like going through the deck. So ebb and flow. Okay. Between worlds. That's pretty. Tiny wonders. Oh, cute. Protection everywhere. Luminous flame. Okay. I'm gonna have to look at that one. This visual confuses me a little bit. And that's an eye. Okay. All right. Okay. Garden inside. A star in the night. Bee the honey. All right. At the crossroads. Like that one. Red is for desire. All right. Some of the visual things in these are quite interesting. She's definitely gone for unique and different. Okay, that's cool. It's just like, okay. Oh, look at that. Oh, I like that one. I'm a sucker for moonflowers. They are one of my favorites. Fairy dust, and that is on our cover. So it's always nice to look up. I like looking up the cover card they use for the deck. It's always interesting to see why they picked that one. Stay in the wonder. Forget the map. Yes. Okay, so as collage art goes, I like this. I don't usually get called to collage art. It's not something that happens very often. So this is actually cool because you've got your, symbolisms in here, but it's not crazy busy. And I've said that before, and I will always say it. If you're going to do a collage deck, keep it clean, keep it simple, keep it easy to read. If you're going to throw 30,000 images into a collage card, I'm not going to want it. I do not want to be overstimulated by a card. I want the card to be welcoming. I want the card to have a feeling. I want that card to have a vibe. I want visual references, yes, but I do not want the card to be crazy busy. I don't want to get lost in the symbolisms because it messes up the reading and really hurts the flow. Having your cards be too busy. On the threshold. Oh, that's an interesting one. I like that. That's cool. Okay. If the dream had a name. Sacred pause. Ancestral memories. Shine your light. Stitching the stories. Find your voice. Oh, wow, that's cool. Oh, I like that. Light in the darkness. So this is the card they put on the book. Second sight. Tiny messengers. Precision. Absolutely. Trust what you sense. One with nature. That's a cool depiction. Like that. Beauty in the unknown. And remember that you are wild. Nice. Okay. So deck size, yeah, this is a good size for most people. Smaller hands should be a tiny stretch, maybe. If you're used to oracle cards on the regular, they're usually quite large. These are more a tarot size. So these are going to be more comfortable for you. And even though they are glossy, they shuffle nice. They don't want to escape and run away, so that's good. I don't mind cards every once in a while one pops out. You know, that's one thing. But if I'm playing card pickup every single time I do a reading, I'm going to get frustrated. So glossy is one of those tricky things because you don't want your cards to be oil slicks, but you do want them to be comfortable. You want them to feel good in your hands. If you are a texture person, right? Nowadays, we think about texture with our decks. Do we like the texture? Do we like a matte deck? Do we like a glossy deck? You know, semi, what's our preference? Because I know some people who would touch this deck and go slime. I know other people that would go and touch this and go silky, you know? So you got to think about that nowadays when you're getting a deck. Because I know people that, yeah, texture is very important to them on how they handle a deck. So it's definitely like, you can't win them all, right? You have to prioritize how you're going to make your deck your way. Absolutely. But for you guys, I like to put in that kind of information so that you guys can make an informed decision. Are you going to like this deck? Are you going to love the art but not want to shuffle it? Like, that would be crazy. So let's see what we get. While my cats run around like little thundercloud kitties. 38. Sacred Pause. All right. 38 is page 51. That's okay. Okay, so that's handy. So they've got the card numbers in the top corner and then the page numbers down here, so you can really quickly see where you're going. Okay, what do we got here? The moment before something happens is like a blessing because all things are possible. It is in this moment when you can still choose. Pausing in this suspended space is necessary for you now. Like the rockweed that lives between sea and sky, between shore and depth, here the sacred pause is celebrated when not everything has to be done, not everything has to be said. Sometimes it is enough to stand still for a moment to receive the right inspiration that leads to action. Oh, yes. That's really cool. And of course, there's the plants. All right. and all of the inspirations. Like you can actually put a lot of your own intuition into these cards. You can add to these meanings, especially if you are an experienced oracle card reader. You could definitely add your own flavor to this deck as you're reading it for yourself or others. Really like that, because you have the essential. She puts in, the weed there, that's one of the symbolisms, but she lets you look at the card yourself and look for your own symbolisms, like the crescent moon, and being above and below. What's below the surface? What aren't we maybe looking at there? What's along the horizon? What's going on over here? Are we looking around at everything before we make a decision? Things like that. You can really go through these cards and pick up symbolisms and meanings. I love that. This is a really, really beautiful deck. I think that it is both beginner friendly and advanced friendly, because like I said, the symbolisms, it's not symbolism vomit. It's done with purpose and done with intention, and you can go through every card. It's like, yeah, stay in the wonder. They're doing this magic and they're doing this stuff under the full moon, but they're also, celebrating their harvest, and they're, in wonder at what they've grown and how they've grown and what they've done. Like, this is a deck that I'm going to have a lot of fun with. I'm going to really enjoy working with it. I'm really intrigued by this deck. It's smooth. It works really, really nice. So yeah, good job, honey. Good job, people. Yes, Cecilia, Lattari, and illustrated by Fabiana, Belmonte. Beautiful job. Beautiful job. This is a brand new deck by US Game Systems. I think. Did I just say the wrong company? No, US Game Systems. Yay me! Haha, I was on track. Haha. I doubt myself sometimes. So yeah, if this is a deck for you, please let me know. Would you gift it to a friend? What do you think? Are you a collage art person? What do you think of the vibes? I would like your opinions. I want to know what you guys think. So that is the end of that. I hope you guys have a fabulous day. Keep that path lit by starlight. Stay wild, my friends, and have a great week. Bye-bye.